Over the overseas old boys yesterday, 38-5. They beat the Pirates 28-5. They lost to Shogun, who were the favourites, but knocked out in the semi-final. They lost 26-5. That was a bruiser. And today they played the Union of Bordeaux-Bègles, the outstanding French team, and that again was a captivating match. They only went down 14-0 in that quarter-final. It was a cup quarter-final, which meant that they were then into the plate. And in the semi-final, they beat the Scottish Exiles 26-5.
And Theo Faber gets us underway here with a good contestable kickoff. And Football Club scrambling really well on this one, but it's on the side of the Tropics. And they link up nicely in the midfield. Good carry there as the big man looks to put that one through the hands as Corey Winters uses all his footwork. Good fast passing, little kick through for Mitch Cox to chase, and he gets it in, and his feet have cleared the touchline. It's try time early on for Tui Mabra.
Wowee, and what a scintillating pair of heels he showed there to the opposition. That was just blistering speed.
That is the perfect start for the Ashbury Tropics. Exactly how they want to open this men's plate final.
Mini Tuimamba. He scored 2 tries in the tournament, and that gives him a total of 3. And what an electric start coming up in the first minute of play.
And Theo Faber pings that one over for an extra 2. So it's 7 points here for the Tropics as they come up all trumps in this opening play down here in the men's plate final.
Yeah, how to make a statement in the opening stanza. Fast start, keep going.
Absolutely. They want some more as the try scorer clears this one away. Gets it through to Winters. Good footwork there from James. Football Club hot on attack. They nudge a little kick through, but it was a late collision there from the Football Club number 5, Callum Lauder, and referee Glenn Bolter has given him the yellow card.
So Ash, just a little bit of history on the Ashbury Tropics. They were established in 2016 by a group of mates originally from the South London Tropics. They were a beaten semi-finalists last year, going down to the Pac Barbars, and that was a tight game, and they reached the semi-finals of the Dubai 7s last year and finalists this year in the Toulouse Winter 7s. Their star recruit last year was Namani Nandolo.
And he was sensational for them last year. A correction, that yellow card was actually Tom Fowler, who will be taking the 2-minute spiel. But that one just gets away from the try scorer, Mini Tui Mabra. So it's going to be a scrum feed for Natixis Football Club.
Yeah, well, after his copybook finish, just took his eye off that ball. Otherwise, it would have been another scary situation for HKFC Natixis.
Absolutely. As Blake Elliott looks to feed this one in for Natixis Football Club. It's a good, solid platform. First up, as Football Club look to dance into the midfield through. Is that O'Malley? No, he goes quickly himself. Really good pace here from Dawkins. Little pop-up to Tapsil. Good footwork there. And a big, strong collision there from Bartlett. Hands out wide. They find Dawkins. Dawkins showing and going again. Anderson gets it across to Brackshaw. Oh, great work to get over top of that ball from the big man. And he puts the boot to ball as well.
Oh,
John Mooney.
And he's kicked it out on the full. I think the coach will cut his leg off. Sorry, boys.
Fresh legs on for the Tropics.
And we settle things back down in the Tropics half with a Natixis Football Club line out, opting to go to the back, and they've done well. Good little interchange of passes there. Tapsel carrying really strongly. Good counter ruck here though from the Tropics. They have to pick and go through Bartlett. But the penalty awarded, and that's a strong defensive set from the Tropics.
Yeah, powerful work there by Tom Ballarin. Probably the second tallest man on the field.
Good clearing kick as well for the Ashbury Tropics, giving them a strong attacking platform here deep in the football club half.
Well, they have the early advantage, leading by 17-0 after that early try by Tuimamba.
No one jumps for the line out though. It's a little bit messy, but they've put pressure on here and they've kicked it through and managed to regain it, but there was a penalty for the Tropics as Corey Winters looks to tip this one quickly to Mitch Cox, who gets met but flicks it back into Winters. Cox again, goes himself, Cox, close, very close to the line, but strong defence. Winters picks it, jumps over the ruck, and it's try time to Corey Winters. That is absolutely brilliant from Corey Winters and Mitch Cox, two men that play their rugby down here at Sandy Bay Rugby Football Club. Sensational linking up and a great way to push their team to 12 points playing the football club's nil.
Well, back in the day, there was a ploy by the New South Wales country team where the halfback ran over the top of the scrum. They outlawed that, but that was quite legal there. He just went straight over the top of the ruck to score the try. Very alert, good initiative.
Absolutely. And you can see it was just over the side, and he's so athletic, hard to stop that close to the line.
Yeah, the other famous ploy by that New South Wales country team was the up the jumper, where everyone pretended they had the ball up their jumper and New South Wales country scored.
The old classic penalty move as Camille Chung gets this one away. Fowler back on the field now, so they're back to a full complement. But the Tropics, hot on attack here. Oh, and it bobbles up, goes over dead ball line.
Glenn Borter right on the spot there, the man from Pretoria in South Africa. But yeah, making some careless errors at the back. Tidy that up.
Absolutely. The Ashbury Tropics are putting a lot of pressure on deep in this football club half, and they're going to have to clear it from their own goal line. But that kick goes straight into the Tropics' hands, back to Corey Winters, who looks to spin it wide now. The try scorer. Great footwork. Pops that one up. Wide again. Good little show and go there from Fader. Leaves it behind, but Winters cleans it up. And it's bobbled forward.
Well, again, the accuracy was demanded there. The pass behind the man. They had an overlap situation. Just needed to get the ball out in front, straighten. And the corridor was there.
Absolutely. Small errors, but they are playing all the rugby so far. The Ashbury Tropics, they're looking hot on attack here in the first half with only 1:20 to play.
Natixis lost their opening match to YCAC Tradition, 10-7. Almost upset one of the really fancy teams. The Tropics are a class outfit.
The Natixis Football Club definitely been punching above their weight class today and yesterday in this tournament, showcasing some brilliant local talent.
And that's the beauty of the tournament, Ash. You've got all of these, a lot of professional players, a lot of world-class players. And it's a chance for the young talent here in Hong Kong to play alongside these wonderful men.
Absolutely, as Football Club get the penalty there at scrum time, and Fowler gets met in a massive collision in the midfield, but they recycle it quickly. Another big contact again from the Tropics, but the advantage was played for not getting back 10.
Well, there's no big pardons in the defence of the Ashbury Tropics at the moment, and making those tackles count.
Absolutely. And Football Club finally get an opportunity to punch that one down into the Tropics half and get an attacking set piece.
So this is so important here for Natixis to take advantage. They're trailing by 12. They need a score before half-time.
Great work at the back of the line out there as Berkshire spins that one around to Hunting. Chung goes back to the blind side. Big collision again there from Mitch Cox. Chung playing with some width now. Berkshire thinks about the offload, but knows better. And really strong work over the top there from Jamanuni. And they go quickly. Oh, diving through the tackle there is T. Mabra. Little punch through there from Fags. He's going himself. Oh, he gets tackled early there. Camille Chong just getting his timing a little bit wrong.
Well, it certainly looked as though it might have saved a try.
Absolutely. You're okay with giving those ones away. Big, strong carry as Cox goes in at halfback. Little show and go himself.
Important that Natixis hold their ground here.
His knees on the ground. And they play that away. Ball gets slapped backwards. It's a little bit messy there in the far corner, but really strong carry, and it goes through to Bellerin, and he's trotting over the line. It's try time for Tom Bellerin.
But it looked like a game of basketball there, the way it was bouncing around off hands like a pinball. But what a time to score. Third try. And that certainly gives them a stranglehold on this plate final.
It definitely does. The Ashbury Tropics are running away with this in what will most likely be the last play of this first half. 17 points with a kick to come.
So no joy.
Slightly pushed to the right there, but that's half-time down here at the Hong Kong Football Club 10s men's plate final.
And Ash, as a local boy, a little bit of background, the Hong Kong Football Club fields 7 men's teams competing in local leagues. It's also the rugby youth section, and this is so encouraging. 1,100 juniors registered from under 5s to under 18s boys and girls.
Yeah, they have a brilliant setup down here at the Hong Kong Football Club. They had all 3 of their premiership teams in the finals this year, so they're doing something right down here at the Hong Kong Football Club.
Well, the 10s tournament was founded in 1986 to celebrate the centenary of the Hong Kong Football Club. And Natixis in 2024 finished second in their pool on day one, thanks to a last-minute win over the tightly placed Scottish Exiles. But you've got to say they've been very competitive. They lost to the Pig Athletic Club 26-0, and they're in the final, so they weren't all that far away. That was a very competitive performance, and they've had some good wins over the Shenzhen Pirates and also the Exiles, and then they beat the Priscilla Bar 17-5 in the semi-final. So
no, they've done really well, this young side, but so far in this first half of the men's plate final, it's been all the Ashbury Tropics, so Football Club will really need to pull something out of their hat here to get back into this contest. Forget
what's happened and focus on the next 10 minutes And the name of the game is to get a couple of tries on the board as quickly as possible.
As O'Malley gets us underway, but a strong take there from the Tropics. And they just look to clean that one up through Davazi. A little bit of footwork, back to the blind side. Ball doesn't go to hand, but they manage to clean it up. Little offload. Oh, strong collision there from Fowler.
Nico Matawalu is on the field now for the Tropics, the former Fijian test player. There he is in the background.
Really physical work here so far. Good little show and go there from the big man. Daverzi tries for the offload. It goes to ground and a little bit forward, so they're going to come back for the scrum.
That was Matawalu there, number 7 for the Ashbury Tropics. Certainly a very experienced man. He's now coaching in Wales and just about to complete his university degree just outside Cardiff.
Brilliant. It's fantastic having these marquee players coming in and rubbing shoulders with these local players.
He told me, I think he's got 3 boys, and I said, well, hopefully they can qualify for Wales a little bit further down the track. And Welsh rugby really needs a fillip, doesn't it? But they'll come back.
I'm sure they will, as Camille Chung looks to feed this scrum. And a great attacking opportunity with options both ways here for the football club. As we get late into the day, the bodies will be feeling it. They've all played a lot of rugby so far. As you can see, Fowler having a couple of clever words to his opposition propping partner. And it's a bit messy, but Camille gets that one in. And they manage to clear it away, and he skirts off to the right side as Breakin puts the little nudge through. And it bobbles back onto the Tropic side, but it pops up, and that is really good work from Ryan Apps, and he does enough to score it in the corner. Ryan Apps, absolutely sensational.
Well, that's exactly what they needed. Suddenly they're back in the game, still trailing by 12, but a big step in the right direction, and still plenty of time left on the clock, 7 minutes.
Absolutely, that is the spark that was necessary through Ryan Apps. The ball was bobbling up both sides, but he was the man to jump on it and skirt down the sideline. As O'Malley pushes that one wide, so it's going to be 17 playing 5 with just over 6 minutes to go.
So they need a couple of converted tries and hold the opposition scoreless if they're going to win this game.
But in 10s rugby, anything can happen. So let's see what the football club can do here as O'Malley strikes that one deep. And the Tropics look to play width early. There's your danger man now, showing fantastic footwork and defend. Gets the offload as well. Tropics happy to play from their own 22. Big, wide passes. Winters gets met in a big collision. But they look to boot this one, but it hits a football club player, and Breakin gets that one a little bit wider. Whoa! Bang! Oh, and we're on here.
Tui Mumba's big hit there.
Fantastic work from Tui Mumba. And now the Tropics are hot on attack. The number 9, Morad, gets it back to Mumba. And they're not dying in contact with the Tropics. They're looking to keep this one alive. Massive big pass goes out to Faber, and he's got a whole lot of real estate in front of him. Faber trots this one over into the corner.
Well, I'll throw that in as one of the tries of the tournament. There was all sorts of skill there. Blind passes, flick passes, and the ball travelled from one side of the field to the other in a matter of seconds. And again, that Amazing pace to finish off out wide.
Absolutely. They're just looking to keep that ball alive in the contact area, not dying with the possession, not slowing things down, but linking those critical passes and finding themselves in a lot of space. And a brilliant kick there from Faber to convert the two from the sideline, pushing this score 24 to the Tropics, playing the Natixis Football Club's 5.
Well, what a marvellous try there by the Ashbury Tropics to really put their clamp on the opposition. There's no way back now, you wouldn't think, for tradition, for Natixis, I should say.
No, the Ashbury Tropics have one hand on that men's plate already. Can they finish it off in this last 4 minutes? Good competitive kickoff, but it lands in the hands of Football Club.
Just outside the 22 in centre field.
Oh, good little bit of show and go there. Great pace. And the crossfield kick. Great kick there. On for a 50-22 potentially if this one rolls out. That's really, really good kicking from the Football Club.
Yeah, well spotted. 3.5 minutes remaining, 19 points the difference. It's a Herculean task.
You would say if they ever had a chance, this would be it. They have to execute something here. And they do a little trick play in the front, and it's hunting in the corner. Try time, and we're still on here.
Well, I was going to say they need to score 3 tries in the last few minutes. 1 down, 2 to go.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it. As Kystrom looks to convert this one quickly. Good strike, but pushes it a little bit to the left. So they are 2 tries away from tying this one up with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. But you have to take your hat off to that class work around the front of the line out.
Lovely flick pass by Josh Eustace.
But that's not the way to do it. They have a little unforced error there at the kickoff, giving Tropics the ball back.
HKFC 10s, world's best
And
10s.
they show one way, go the other. Little offloads. The dancing feet. Looking really strong there. Fags with ball in hand. He gets it back again. And they've got numbers here. Do the Tropics. The ball doesn't go to hand. And Hillard bumbles that one forward.
Well, he was right on the touchline. And if he'd held on there, he would have been hard to hold out.
Definitely.
A little bit of a push into the hoarding as well.
Just being competitive, aren't they, Gordon?
Shoulder to shoulder, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
No arms in that.
So, the line-out feed here to the Football Club. As the try scorer Hunting looks to get this one in the final minute of this men's plate final. They look to go to the back. It's a clean line-out. Good little pop play around the back as Elliott puts the nudge through and chases nicely. Well taken, though, from Faber, and he's got plenty of pace as well, Faber. Getting this one back is Murad.
Just happily running the clock down at the moment, Ash.
Yeah. You'd imagine they won't try and do anything too fancy. Just keep hold of possession. And that one gets picked up by Hung. He passes that one through to Murad. The defence is holding tight. Good little pop there from the big man, but the ball bobbles forward through to the Football Club hands. And Football Club get awarded the penalty. They need to go quickly here.
It'll be a consolation try if they can do it.
Blake Elliott bumps one off. Great work from Elliott, but he leaves the ball behind, and it's well taken.
That man was off his feet and also offside.
He was.
For the Tropics.
So one last roll of the dice here for the football club. They'll punch this one down into the Tropics half, and it'll be an attacking line out close to halfway.
One last push here from the Hong Kong Football Club boys. Come on, sports rules. Let's
So the ground announcer really geeing up the supporters of the Hong Kong Football Club, the Natixis Club, coached by Logan Asplin, formerly from Hamilton Boys High. Third season as the backs and attack coach, and also with Hong Kong China Rugby.
Great line out take, and they look to drive this one and suck in the Tropic forwards. If they're going to do this, they're going to do this up front, as Hunting has it at the back, peels off himself. Elliott gets it wide to Breakin. He gets met well in the midfield.
Don't argue there from Ballarin.
That one, gets bobbled up into the hands of Hillard. But he was caught offside, was he? Not sure, but it is football club penalty. Yeah. So they get another roll of the dice here to put on a try here for all their fans.
And that'd certainly be a fitting end for the locals, because the Natixis have done splendidly in this tournament.
They absolutely have. They've put together some really enterprising play.
3 victories in their 5 previous games.
Oh, a little line out moving to the front. Unfortunately, not going to plan. So it's a free kick here for the Tropics, and you'd imagine that they
have a go.
Have a go here.
Well,
Why not?
They can't lose.
Oh, and they find a whole lot of space as well through Fakes, and he's got so much gas! But he manages to stay in and recycle it, but Football Club defending really well. You have to imagine there was a small knock on there, but play on is the call. And advantage through to Football Club. The players a little confused as to what's happening.
I think there was a deliberate knock on, so he's playing a penalty advantage.
So the Football Club look to run it out from their own 22. And Hunting, poof! Big collision there by Hunting. Some tired bodies here.
High tackle.
Another penalty for Football Club.
Can Natixis finish this tournament on a high? The Hong Kong Football Club has done us proud here in the 37th edition of the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s. And
Glenn Botha is having a chat with his assistant referee. Could be a little bit of foul play, but he's saying he's had enough. And the Ashbury Tropics are the Hong Kong Football Club 10s men's plate champions.
Yeah, established in 2016. 9 years later, they've scored a very impressive victory over the HKFC Natixis club. And in the end, it was a convincing margin. And it was about taking those early points, wasn't it? They got away to a big lead, and then they defended. Although you've got to say, Natixis came back with a couple of early tries in that second half.
Absolutely, they didn't roll over. The Ashbury Tropics were strong in that opening phases of this match. But at the end of the day, it is the Ashbury Tropics that get the spoils, winning the plate final down here at the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s. Up next, we have our 2 grand final matches, the last 2 matches of the day. First up is the women's grand final of the Nagito Blue Angels playing the New Zealand Legends. And then the final match for the Men's Cup final, tradition YCAC playing the Pack Barbarians. Stay tuned.
Nice all round. And Hong Kong Football Club here for the one last time as they receive their runners-up medals from Chris Brooks, Chairman of Hong Kong China Rugby Football Union. He'll be a busy man for the next couple of days as we all get ready for the Hong Kong Sevens in its new home. But for now, it's all eyes on the main pitch here at Sports Road. Two incredible cup finals await us, both the men's and women's events. The Tropics making their way across to the presentation area to receive their winners' medals and lift up the plate. Tropics all ready to receive their winners' medals from Chris Brooks. See him there, he's got the medals in his hands. Paul Christopher joins him, chairman of the Hong Kong 10s. And then Mr. Champagne, Mr. Froth, Mr. Piper Heinslick down there in the red umbrella, ready with the champs. So the Tropics can pop the cork, lift the plate, and celebrate well into the early hours. Sunday. Get ready, folks. Get yourself an Orion. Get yourself a champagne. Because it's cup final time here at Sports Road. At the tradition, Hong Kong Football Club 10s. As the last few players from the Tropics receive their medals. And they make their way across where they're going to be crowned 2025 plate champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your plate champions, the Ashbury Tropics! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Women's Cup final time here at the tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s.